What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with an all-new episode of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I'm delirious because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna be finishing this, and I have another video, and I'm gonna go to bed. So it's the next morning, and everybody's enjoying the water, the beach. Jonathan and Cynthia are playing golf putt, and they talk to Yo Yo. At first, I thought I was hearing things because they kept on saying JoJo, JoJo. I'm like, yo, get her name right. That's Yo Yo. But in Spanish, it's pronounced Yo-Yo. Pronounced JoJo. So I'm like, cool. Then everybody's seeing she's happy. She's in a good mood. Based things are going on with her and Booby. Jonathan brings up Cisco. Now, you're talking about I'm happy right now, right? And you want to bring up Cisco? That brings me down. How do we switch off from that? And they tell Yo-Yo the story about how she was introduced to Cisco as a producer. And, excuse me, she wanted to make a memorial song for her brother, who she lost to suicide. And they created a beautiful song, but Cisco wanted more out of the deal. He wanted them to be together, start a relationship, and she said no. So when she said no, he got in his feelings and took the song from her. And she hasn't spoken to him in over 5 years, and for what happened to her, how she was practically burned from a song that was so dear to her heart, she did not pursue music for the next 5 years. And Yo-Yo, which I can agree with, she's like, why can't men have a relationship, or why can't men do business without it leading to pleasure? They got to stop that. You guys cannot always have the ability, the want, the need to fuck every woman that you see. Why can't you see a woman as an artist and work with her if she has talent? Work with her to get her music out there. Work for her to be a success. Don't try to also build her up for a dream, and then once you get what you want out of the deal, you say, all right, then you done. Like, that's so fucked up, though, that Cisco held this in for so long for what he couldn't get. Cisco, I don't think you strike me as a man who has a hard time getting some, but the fact that you're so hard for sin, y'all really bonded, y'all really connected like that, helped me understand something. So um So she definitely wants to have a conversation about that, because that definitely burned her. That burned her to ill dealing with anybody else, because it is grimy. There are a lot of producers who sell you a dream if you give them something out of it. That's just like with Hollywood. That's just like with the actors. We're talking about the ghosting of it all. Come on. Oh, Harvey Weinstein. Come on. There are a lot of men in higher up that will tell a woman, if you do this, I can do this. Why do you know? Why won't you just work with what I hired you to be? You're a producer. I have a song. Let's make music. I don't know. Okay. So Yo-Yo is hosting a food festival for all walks of life, all cultures, and everybody's going to have a good time. So we see a small, not small, but a meetup with Brooke, Mimi, and Erica. Brooke is definitely seeing Erica in a whole new light. She's glowing, she's calm, she's collected. Maybe she got some really good conversation with Safari, ending it with some good D. Vitamin D can change your mind about wanting to end things. It sure can. So she said, so what's going on? What's all with this glow, this happiness? She said, well, I don't know what's going to happen with us, but right now I'm so happy. There's so much chemistry between us, but we're in a weird state. And I don't know what's going on with me and Safari right now, but right now I'm going to take being happy. Right now it's another scene crossing with this is Marcus, Safari, and Booby on the basketball court. And I completely forgot that Marcus and Booby have had their issues about what happened a few seasons ago on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And they've hashed it out. They squashed their issues. Now they're just trying to be good friends. Their kids probably hang out with each other. And that's all that matters, is moving forward. So, by far, Safari is definitely happy with where him and Erica are at. And the chemistry, they both said it. They've never had this much closeness ever since him and Erica got pregnant. And Marcus is happy that he took initiative to have this conversation. He broke down. He gives Safari his credit because Marcus understands how it feels. Marcus and Booby, they both been married. They both know what it means to do something fucked up, and you have to work hard to put the spark back in your marriage, put the family back together, and you guys are taking the steps to doing it. And like you said, Marcus cheated, but he took full accountability and put in the work to be where he's at with Brooks right now. Erica isn't trying to get her hopes up based off this one conversation. So is Safari. They both are not trying to be in this whimsical bubble of love without putting in the work. This was a one happy moment, and let's still keep going for happy moment. This isn't the end all. And Erica was surprised where his headspace was, because while she was being vulnerable, she thought Safari was going to be joking, not being real, not being serious. But no, he broke down, he cried and everything. And they're on the line to making moving things right, because now him realizing how much he hurt her and how much his family's on the line, maybe this will be a step for him to work for it. So of course, Marcus and Booby pretty much give it into layman's terms for Safari. Do you want the championship, or do you want to win a game that leads towards it? You know what I'm saying? He said, I want to win the game. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, I'm going to win the championships without going towards all of the losses to get to the wins. You got to go through the hard work. Safari has to be broken down into literally basketball terms to understand what's going on, instead of just saying you fucked up, work hard for your marriage. So Erica says she's hosting a sexy charades night after Yo-Yo's food festival, and everybody's gonna get to their sexy attire. We're gonna have fun. Everybody's gonna get loose. This is gonna be a fun experience for everybody who are very fluid in their sexuality. You know she is, and everybody's gonna have a good time. It's supposed to be a fun night. Fun night. That's what it is. I don't know why they're here. I said this the entire time. Kimbella and Jewel, she has some wardrobe malfunctions. Why is Kimbella here? Why is Jewel's here? For what? Because Yanni was on the first one, Kimbella wants to say she was on the second one, but she does not bring anything. I don't care. Her and her hard-ass body, I don't care why they're there. I forget that they're here every time. I forget. It's Yo-Yo's festival. She grew up in LA, South Central LA, and she has a lot of history with where the food came from. She had oxtails, fried okra, greens, macaroni and cheese. Oh my God, that food looks so good. Oxtails is originated from the slave masters giving scraps to the slaves, but then we flipped it, made a delicacy, and of course, oxtails is one of the expensive meats besides lobster, besides got everything else you need to grab. That jambalaya, which originated from Ghana, and everybody's going crazy. When Brooke said fried okra, I was down. I love fried okra. I would say I would get so fat going up to that table. I wouldn't know how to hold plates, because I would want everything on my plate, but I know I gotta pace myself. But I don't know how to pace myself when I'm around good food with what I love to eat. You know. She kind of said she loves food better than sex, and Erica talks to Marcus about, what did you tell Safari for him to come open and honest like that? What did you tell him? Just like I said, they broke it down for him to understand. And he's taking the time. I feel like you guys need to not put marriage first. Don't put the idea for y'all to get back together for a marriage. Just focus on you guys individually. How you guys can move forward for the sake of the kids. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, of course, we know this one time is not going to be the whole fixes. We've been healed. No, it's going to take more work. Both Safari and Erica are willing to put in the work, because they want to know how long this headspace that they're in, because they're really good. They're vibing, they're giggling, they're flirting. We want to know how long they're going to last. Cisco pulls Safari to the side to have an opportunity to talk to him. Why? Because Cisco has had an issue with Safari for over a couple of years now, basically. It all started with his aunt, Deb Adney. Deb Adney is a a manager of all artists, especially the start of Nicki Minaj's and Safari's career. I did not know that Cisco's aunt was Deb Adney. I had to ask, Deb, how many siblings do you have? Are you sure that's your blood nephew, or is this your play nephew? Because you got a lot of family members. I just want to know. I'm like, how many kids does she have? How many? Who knows Deb? Everybody knows Deb. So it's a birthday party, right? So Cisco invites Safari. He wants to be sure that he's coming. It's the day of the party. Safari says he can't make it. Now everybody's looking at name tags and they see his name. So Cisco says everybody was coming up to him left and right to find out where's Safari, where's Safari, where's Safari. So he felt like, I was embarrassed because you didn't make it. Why didn't you make it? Rich automatically sees what Cisco's trying to do. And he said, bro, not the right time. Not the right time. Come out this another day. So he said, I know whatever beef you have at Safari, it can wait another day. Let's do this another time, because it's a good vibe right now. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's eating and mingling. Let's not bring this down with a sour note of a conversation that maybe nobody wants to hear or be a part of right now. So let's do not do that. So Safari told him that this conversation is so out of left field because you knew this over a year ago. You held this in all this time till now. So he told him we had nobody to watch the baby. That's been Erica and Safari's defense the entire time ever since they had their children. They don't have nobody to watch their kids. Probably why they brought them on the retreat. They brought them anywhere they go. So they really don't have much help as they say they do. But Cisco, I don't know why you're this pressed as to why want an explanation from Safari. You mean to tell me you've never invited somebody to a party and they might make it, might not make it? You would take it to heart for what? I don't know what to be impressed by Deb Adney. That's your aunt. I don't know. Why do you care? And why did you hold on to this capacity that Safari couldn't make it? So there have been plenty of events that folks have been invited to and they didn't make it because other folks got shit to do. If I said I understand about wanting to stay true to an invitation by saying I'm gonna come. But if I say I don't, you shouldn't hold that in for over a year to find out why I didn't come. Okay. Because he said he felt embarrassed. And he said the conversation isn't over, but he wanted to have this conversation and not to be taken lightly. Because he felt embarrassed that he told everybody he wasn't coming. Boy, bye. I know that Safari is who he is, but come on. I don't think nobody was losing sleep or losing any fun because Safari didn't make it. Goodbye, Cisco. So we see a quick scene with Brooke and asked Booby is send wifey material. He said, no, I'm just trying to figure her out. We're just trying to get to know one another. Why is it always got to be something I'm looking more if I'm just getting to know someone? So as he's saying now, Sin gets him a bottle of water. I mean, if she's making sure you cool, you hydrated, that's not wifey material? Okay, cool. I don't know why this happened. Why did y'all do this? So, Safari and Erica are giggling on the phone. They bring Jonathan over to show them a video of a sex tape that Safari and Erica did the night before. And he's like, is that for real? Yeah, right? Yeah. I'm like, that's why Erica's smiling and giggling. Why did y'all show him y'all sex tape? Why did y'all do that? Why? I don't know why they did that. So, it's awkward between Sin and Cisco. It's completely awkward. Cisco is running around in circles looking like a kid who don't know what to do. He's trying to find other ways of being seen by Sin, but also, not wanting to have a conversation just yet. So he's looking lost. And he tells Jonathan maybe this is an opportunity to talk to her because I know my previous conversations with you, I've seen kindness, I've seen love, and I know that she is a vessel for kindness and love. And it's been so many years you guys have seen one another. So maybe this is the time for her to release what's going on and you guys can move forward from this. Jonathan tells Cisco to hash things out with Sin. At the same time, while he's telling someone else to hash things out, he needs to hash things out with Zell based off his comment about the two gay comment. I'm annoyed. I'm sorry. I'm annoyed with this. I am. So, Jonathan starts talking to Bobby because he heard Bobby and Zell's confessional over the game date that they had the other episode ago about how Zell is running around playing the game, all types of games. His hamstrings were burning, and he's more masculine. He's more of a man than Jonathan is, and all that and then some. He was wondering, where did that come from? Why did you say that? So Bobby, in his confessional, felt like the comparison of oppressed black people and being gay, discriminated, the correlation did not match. But Bobby didn't take offense to what Zell said because he do believe he's too gay for Zell. You know what I'm saying? It's to each his own. Whatever walks of life, it's for you. I'm not going to completely be overly offensive over what you're going through or how you feel. I know who I am, so I'm not going to think differently because of what you said. And he said, like I said, I like things that are more flamboyant and more feminine, and that's fine. So he understood what Zell was coming from. And for Jonathan definitely felt offended. Okay, so have a conversation. Because he really wants to understand why that comment made him and the grievances of him complaining about that. Because this is me. That's who I am. I'm proud to be gay. I'm proud to what I am. So when I made that too black comment, that's just me pointing out the proudness of it. As I'm proud to be a Puerto Rican, Dominican, black, whatever, black gay man, if I'm proud to be that, that means you're just as proud as a black man. So, okay, with the way that Jonathan explained it, then Bobby tells him, okay, well, what you tell me, how you was looking at it as a positive thing, then tell Zell, because Zell thought differently from what you said. And yeah, because he felt like maybe it was a little bit of a racist comment that you made with the two black. He said, I did. Well, I just don't think that it started off with that. I think you want to internalize your homophobia. That's cool. Because I don't know why he would tell me I'm a racist, but if I'm being a racist, I can be a racist. So Zell comes in with a conversation between him and Bobby. He says, so you think I'm a racist? What? Because you told me he was a racist. No, I said, why is race being compared to your sexuality? Because it didn't make any sense to me. I don't know what Erica was doing in the background, but she should stay quiet. But they were speaking around them. And Zell said that the comment that he made with 2Gay was a joke. And you didn't take it that way. And I apologize for that because that's not how I wanted to make you feel. But Zell goes on about his life, how he was, again, raised in a different environment. He was raised to be a man. He was raised to act hard, act tough, no sensitivity, no sissy talk, no none of that. And with him, opening up to him being an openly bisexual man, that's still a part of him to show up with what a man looks like. And him being that, he has to suppress, I would say, and not be his full self. Hence why he still wants to have that division of, while I would go down on a man or I'll take it, I still find myself attracted to another woman and want to be a family. You know what I'm saying? And there are other levels of being gay. There isn't one type. Hence why that stereotypical stigma of a flamboyant man who snaps and wears lip gloss and all that type of stuff. There's more than that. There are masculine men. There are feminine men. There are in between. You know what I'm saying? There are all walks. So Jonathan wanted to make a complete clarification of what a man is because he still don't understand what Zell meant by saying, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. I still look at myself as a man. I still appear as a man. I still act like a walks of a man. Zell wanted to say, well, first of all, I think a man is me stepping up to the plate when my dad left and my brother left. My nephews were alone. I stood up to be their father. I stood up to make sure they were fed, clothed. They are in college now. That's what a man is. While I understood what Jonathan meant, because there is a lot of what comes with what is a man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're gay, people might think you're less of a man. Not really, okay? Not really. But for Zell, that's pretty much all he was taught. I mean, my dad, when my dad would see a regular boy with skinny jeans and he thought he had a little sugar in his tank because he wore skinny jeans. Why would a boy want to wear skinny jeans? Why would you want your thighs to be hugged up with pants? You're not a girl. Why would you wear girl pants? That's what my dad thought because that's what he was raised. That's what he was taught. He was taught for men to not walk around wearing skinny jeans, not walk wearing nail polish, not walk around doing this, doing that. And I can't take what my dad was raised on, but what I will educate him on is that not everything that a man does equates to him being gay. That could be his personality. You know what I'm saying? That could be how he views himself, but that don't make him less of a man because this is what he do. So I understood what Zell meant and understood what Jonathan meant. And he understands that because I think two reasons why I think Zell wants to be welcome, because he wants to still be introduced and have connections with other men. And like he said, I don't want to talk about my sexual escapades with another man in front of straight men. Some men do feel uncomfortable, but yet why do you care about what they say, care about what they feel, care about what they don't understand? Because as other straight men, they will sit around and conversate about their sexual acts with other women, talk about how big her ass was, her titties was sitting up, how wet that pussy was. They will talk about all of that in front of all walks of life, and we're supposed to sit there and take it. But when another man speaks on what he would do with another man, it's like, oh no, we're on here yeah. So it's a double standard, and it needs to stop, because with that being equated, Jonathan wanted to bring up Erica and Safari's sex tape. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, you know what, Jonathan, I understood your point, because of how can we be so quick to look at heterosexual people have intercourse, but we turn a blind eye, we get uncomfortable when we see acts of two gay men in a sexual act, but we don't say nothing about two women. Which I understood that, Jonathan. But why did you bring up Erica and Safari? They wasn't even in the conversation. And Erica's like, first of all, I'm not a part of this, so why are you bringing up my things? But John, that wasn't my point. I wasn't trying to out you. I was just drawing up the correlation of we're so quick to say we'll watch this, but yet we will turn our nose and say I'm uncomfortable with doing this. I understand what he meant, but why did you bring up them? I'm like, damn it, Jonathan. Why? Because I understand how everybody will turn a blind eye to their nose up. It's a sin to see two of the same sex performing sexual acts on one another, but it's automatically normal for us to see a man and a woman perform sexual acts on one another. I understand all of that. I really, really do. But I feel like, I don't know, that was a little bit messy for Jonathan to bring up Erica and Safari, but yet Erica and Safari, y'all both told Jonathan and showed him the video. So that's on y'all for trying to spread it. But he said, I'm not trying to have no business with nobody. I'm not trying to have no beef. I just want it to be fun, be cool. And like Zell said, I have no issues with you. I don't have no beef. I still hang out with Bobby. I still hang out with you. That was just my mind, how I feel and how I see fit. But I'm not trying to tell nobody who they need to be and everything. So they're going to move on from that. No weirdness whatsoever. And like Zell said, I'm no different, but I'm a bisexual man. But yet I still want to talk about what I want to do with a man too. So I'm no different. We're going to move on. Sin is talking to Rich about what's up with Cisco. His energy is weird. Every time I'm around him, what's going on? Especially with that song. What's up? And Rich thought they moved on. I thought we got past that. I get what he did was fucked up, but I didn't know y'all was still beefing. What's up with that? Because, well, what happened, I did not give him no pussy, so he took the song from me. But then he feels like that's fucking weird, though. You guys haven't seen each other for over 5 years. And he still feel like there's opportunity for this. Are you serious? And then Rich told Sin how Cisco was looking for an opportunity to come and holler at Sin. More than just to squash over the song, but for it to be another chance for him to wine her, dine her, woo her. I'm like, what? Like Rich said, it's weird. How is it that y'all moved on from this, but yet he feel like this is another opportunity for him to come and holler at you? No. First of all, we need to have a conversation about you taking a song that I made about someone that I really, really loved and cared about. This was about my brother. And because I'm not giving you no pussy, you going to take my song? Really? No, I want to have a conversation. I do. Stand in your shit. Stand in it. That's what I want to do. I want to have a conversation. I do. The sex party is about to start. Another way for everybody to open up, because this is a different type of family reunion, but hey, it is what it is. Erica is in the glow, loving the energy. They're not going to last long, but let's go ahead and have fun while we're at it. Sin is definitely apprehensive of going to the party because she doesn't have an issue with Erica, but the energy is messy and needs to be shifted. Cisco, what's up with his energy? Jonathan thinks his energy is being misread. But y'all need to have a conversation. But it needs to be the proper time. I think that's what Cisco is trying to look out for. It's the proper time and conversation. So we're going to have have some fun. And then we're going to be out. The party starts. Everybody is I see sex toys, dildos around, feathers, whips, chains. And they're playing sex charades where you can act out a position or talk about experience. And if you need more than one person, you can add them. You can do it on your own. She kind of feels like that's Erica's problem because she's so damn freaky. That's her problem. And she's spicy. So, Tara goes first. She's in like a leapfrog position with Mimi. And Kimbella was next. Again, I don't know why she's here. They mentioned Shower Rod, which is Mimi's infamous Shower Rod sex tape. Erica jokes and said, we're going to watch Mimi's sex tape. She said, no, we're not going to watch that. Jonathan tells Mimi, girl, like, I know you don't want to hear this, but I watched the tape and you were phenomenal on that Shower Rod. You were great. Everybody laughs and then everybody laughs and Erica got aggressive as hell doing some type of 69 position on Mimi. All I saw was her ass. I'm like, oh my God, if only that ass was real and not like, not like Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? That has to be folded and lumped. It just don't seem like an actual circular shape. It just looks, like it's melted. I don't know. So then everybody is having some time. We see Brooke and Marcus show everything. Then we see a whipped cream kiss between Amina and Erica. I remember seeing that online. And it was a moment. Amina was like, "Girl, what happened?" But she kind of said, "You kissed her back. You enjoyed it." So everybody's having a good time and drinking, right? Cisco approaches Sin, and Rich said, "Let's have an so approaches Sin and Rich, and let's have a conversation." She agrees, but not around these dildos and sex toys. So they'll go to a private corner. Sin, um, oh, we were right. So I'm sorry. So Mimi tells them about what's going on. Why does Cisco need to talk to Eric? Why does Cisco need to talk to Sin, and what's the issue? So Mimi tells them that Cisco approached her about how to not confront, but have this conversation with Sin. He hadn't seen it in over 5 years because they were working on a song. Things were vibing. Things were good. He paid for everything. The song came out great, but he wanted more. He wanted them to be together. Him feeling rejected, getting in his feelings, he took the masters of her song. Erica thought that was bullshit. That was Cisco being an asshole, which he was. And apparently, um, yeah. At the same point in time, while Mimi is telling the story about what happened, Cisco and Sin are having a conversation, and she feels like, you know what, this is weird. This is interesting because it's been a long time since I've seen you, and I don't know where to start because I thought we were such good friends. Cisco agrees because he said we were cool, we were close, but then what happened with the song, and that's what made it bad. But at the same point in time, Cisco is not taking accountability for what he's done because he feels like since he took a chance on Sin to give her the song, and he saw her as an artist, he saw her as someone who has a lot of talent, she should be grateful. She should show gratitude and respect that I'm the one that took an interest in you. Nigga, no. No, whether or not it was you or anybody else, just because you didn't get no pussy out the deal, don't mean you need to take a song that was memorable for her. That meant a lot to her. That's not what you should do. Like bullshit. He didn't say sorry. He didn't say my bad. He just kept on talking in codes. That's what he kept doing. And Mimi saying, while Mimi is still telling a story about how he was interested, but she said she was seeing someone else. A whole breakdown. Yeah, masters, and told her you had to pay for things. You tell her up front, no, you did not. So you were wrong. She told him he was wrong. He should apologize, but he felt like his opportunity was taken away because she's in Booby's face. Booby's like, how the hell did I get into this? What did I do? I'm just sitting here. You mean to tell me, Cisco, you couldn't have a conversation with Cindy without you getting your feelings over 5 years ago? Because she's another man's face? Nigga, she doesn't belong to you. You guys didn't have anything going on. So everybody's saying that it's wrong for him being so distant. He comes to, oh yeah, he feels like he has a lot more issues than he thought. With the issue we have not seeing his kids. Now with seeing, now with Safari. He has a lot of issues and he needs to deal with them. And regardless of how things go, she never thought he could do this to her. I thought we had something better. I put my faith and trust in you, and you burned me. But he starts saying, okay, don't try to do this in front of me. Don't play me like this. Don't play me. She said, playing you like what? What am I doing? Like, come on now. You trying to play me in front of him? What's up? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Then he says, I think I got competition. Competition with who? Nobody's checking for you, Cisco. Competition with who's going on in your brain? Like, she's trying to make me jealous. Because you know why. But I haven't spoken to you in 6 years. I don't know what's going on with you. And I don't own you. You don't own me. I don't belong to you. We have nothing going on with one another. We're not together in any capacity. So what the fuck are you talking about? You didn't even come out with the right way. You're talking about don't play me. Don't play me. At the end of the day, you know what? I got you. It's okay. We're on the same page. It's all good. It's all good. No, it's not all good because the only thing she wants to have a conversation is about the song. You talking about I'm playing you in front of your face. What the hell is that? She said, listen, speaking like a regular person, I don't speak code. Unless you're going to speak code, we ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm done. So I didn't even want to come to this party, let alone have this conversation. So now I'd rather go back to the party. So she's irritated. I think people were jokingly trying to have her say, what's up, what's going on? Did you come to a resolution? Jonathan is speaking up for her and says she doesn't want to have a public conversation about it. Erica's in the background saying, nobody's untouchable, okay? And nobody's untouchable, and that's when Sin wants to break out with the irritation and say, okay, let's talk about the fucking fake page then, bitch. She said, what? Yeah, let's talk about it. We're not untouchable. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Girl, nobody was even like doing that. Nobody was even trying to have you come out this. We were defending you for what was going on. Now you want to come at me with this shit? Well, yeah. Yeah, Erica. Let's go. Let's go. Nobody wants to talk to you. Because she's in the confessional saying, Erica has a lot on her plate, but yet she don't want nobody to talk about her issue, but she wants to come at me, talk about my issues. Okay, let's talk about the fake page then. Let's go. Let's go. They go back and forth. Erica said, you've been dying to talk to me, and I don't want to deal with this. You all bark, no bite. Y'all both moving back and forth. Nobody's moving. Nobody's trying to come close. So they're going back and forth. Let's go, let's go. So Peter sees Cisco outside. He tells them, you know what? You've had too much to drink. Everybody had too much to drink. Let's sober up and talk about this another day. Because right now, you are a demon to them. They're talking mean shit about you, and we need to go ahead and let this air out. Let's go. So move away. Shekinah tells Erica, stop being so mean, and Erica's going back and forth with Erica, with Shekinah said, I made that bitch. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't be here, going back and forth. Talking about the fake page. Oh, I forgot. While Jonathan was trying to defend Sin for saying she don't want to talk about the conversation she had with Cisco, and then when Sin brings up, let's talk about the fake page, that's when Jonathan says, yeah, let's talk about the fake page. Jonathan, make it make sense. She can't talk about Cisco, but yet you want to bring up the fake page? You being messy and you being an instigator right now. Stop. Don't co-sign that shit. Don't do that. So, they're going back and forth. I already said that. So then Erica goes at Jonathan and says, you're mad at me. Tell everybody, no, I'm not. I've been fucking nice. I haven't done nothing. But yeah, you guys want this. You guys want me to y'all want me to say I made a fake page. I want the hype. Y'all want the vein popping Erica. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to give you guys what y'all want, okay? So, of course, Erica's getting loud with Jonathan. Zella's in the middle trying to make sure she doesn't move forward because she was poking her hand at him. And he said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go because why am I getting yelled at? I've been fucking nice to you. She said, you haven't been kind, bitch. No, you have not. So Jonathan, oh yeah, and Erica finishes off with, oh right, that's right. We're too black for you. That's why. I said, where the fuck did that come from, Erica? You twisted Jonathan's words. And you're black? You might be Dominican, you might be Puerto Rican, but okay. I have never, okay. And then you guys are arguing about a damn charity song. Get over it. So obviously, Jonathan feel like, why you say that? You take my words out. Why you do that? So he feels some type of way about it. And the quote was definitely flipped to weaponize him and what was going on. Because she had misdirected anger towards him, which would have been to Sin. But I feel like, Jonathan, you got in the crossfires for you co-signing on Sin and Erica's situation. Because you know that they had an issue, right? And it did need to come up. But you did not have to, I don't know, to me, why did you want to defend her when it came down to Cisco? That didn't need to be brought up, but yet you were so eager to talk about the fake page. Granted, Erica, you had that fake page. Admit it and move on, okay? You said no, okay. But if you look at the comments, it can tag right next to the page that you have about your son. Okay. So while he's feeling attacked, he said, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. So he walks behind Sin, who left, and said, first of all, I'm going to need you to wait for me because I just got attacked for defending you, so wait for me. And he said, I'm going to go and pack my bags. And Rich said, no, you're not. You're going to stay. We're going to talk this out. We're going to, squash it. No, I'm not, because there will be no conversations. That was an attack. Now, I originally came on here to host the family reunion and for us to go through our problems, resolve our issues. There isn't an issue that's too big, too small for us to handle. So right now, I don't think there will be a conversation. I think there'll be attacks. But I do feel like, Jonathan, you're leaving because for what? Why are you leaving? He don't want to be a part of it. He said, I'm going to go. I don't think so. So while Richard said, you guys are not going to leave. Come on, let's going to stay. We're not going to go home. We said we're not going to go home when things get hard. We're not going to do that. That's when it ends out. It ends just like that. Sin and Jonathan leave. Now, I don't know if Jonathan and Sin actually did leave because I did not see their faces in the next episode. But I do feel like, Jonathan, what was the point of that? I mean, come on, you practically, to me, wasted two episodes of the issue you had with Zell because you were so offended by it, and you had that conversation. You felt like, okay, my work is done. I don't have no other issues to work on, but yet I don't know, Jonathan. Why are you so eager to throw in the towel? Because Erica got in your face? That's new? Okay. Okay. And then seeing you and Erica have to have a conversation because of the fake page. You've been waiting to come to Erica but this because you guys were talking about her. And Erica, come on. You make the fake page. Just admit it. Get off the bullshit. Just because you have a good moment with Safari doesn't mean you still don't owe other people a conversation. You owe one to Bobby. Now you owe the conversation with Sin. That's the whole point of this being about. You guys squashing your issues, right? You don't got to be friends. Just be cordial. Just be cordial. That's all. But that's it, y'all. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.